Wait, it's not work.
Hi, welcome guys back to another episode of Peter and the Bugs. Peter and the Bugs. Welcome to another episode of 2.5 Stooges.
Yeah, right. I'm Renard William Anderson.
I'm Javon Simpson.
And I'm Philip, struggling with these insects in front of me.
Mr. Peter,
right.
Yeah, yes, that's
you know,
The last time we were here, Mr. Man was ringless.
Watch out, my shirt before we were.
Superpowers now.
yeah.
Yeah.
Get him superpowers, him wife and him thing there. No, he's married, and we as the singles.
Yeah.
You know, we have the illness called the singles.
Wow.
Not to be confused with the shingles. It's two different diseases. We have questions. We have questions on how to overcome our illness.
Yes.
Right.
Yes. We were inspired by his, moving forward.
Right.
Along a certain
he was
path.
he was with us with the illness, but if you like saying, sir, a sickness enough for me.
He has separated himself from us.
Away from the crosses.
He has been prayed out
Right.
of the land of drought.
Yeah.
And
My
so
God.
we now are here.
The fountain around him get woolly.
We are here now thirsty.
Start the question then, please.
Yes.
Right.
So what we're saying is basically we're gonna ask him some questions about the whole marriage thing. Right. And as we speak, we have a marriage ceremony taking place right here in the background. So it must be the right, time. Excuse the dogs in the background. We're here at Hope Garden. As you would have seen at the starting of the video, no animals were harmed. Therefore, we won't harm any of them. Yeah, despite them annoying us.
Yeah.
The animals and Philip Peter won't harm.
The first question I will ask, Mr. Peter, how is the whole experience thus far? Living under the same roof, how is that?
It isn't as glamorous as it seems, but the good overrode everything.
Woo!
You understand?
Please note, he said good.
So you said the good makes it better.
Good.
Yeah, because me ready to start complaining and then remember.
So pop good pan you.
And then me just say, oh, it's not that bad.
Okay.
You see, he's the only one qualified to speak about good in such a sense, because if we speak about it, we'll be backbenched.
My word.
But he's qualified.
Right, next question. I heard that you said you were cleaning before you came.
Yes, people.
Yeah, so the good make him a clean.
Clean.
Right? And I appreciate the fact that you are now a modern day man who doesn't believe that this should be left upon the woman. Right? Is this a consensus that you and your wife came to say, I'm going to pick up the slack, and then you pick up slack, or is it just foreknowledge that where someone falls and if something needs to be done, it needs to be done?
Well, the case is that really right now I can't cook, so I have to do what I can do, which is those other two things, which is wash and clean. So that's one, but two, as you rightfully pointed or alluded to, the fact that she's a nurse and her shifts are so
ever-changing.
Flexible.
Yeah.
Especially at the hospital where she is now.
Yeah.
You have to be able to pick up the slack. And then the thing is that I have this OCD thing where her one is different. We'll talk about that when she comes. Yeah. But it's like when we start clean, me can't stop till me finish. So it's just irritating to leave it undone. So right now it's like an audition me I do.
Yeah.
So when she go home now, we see how much out of 10 me get and what me need to do for brush up. And I think that's part of why I was so long. Because every time I see something, I have to try to fix it. Because I try to see if I can at least get a solid 7.
Yes, from
work for the good. So just when she come home, she probably tired, but she see how the place clean.
I hope
he deserves some good today.
I hope by the end of the day,
that is true.
He would have been qualified for the good.
Yeah.
I have advocates on my side. That's good.
Mrs. Charm, we're our Mrs. Peter.
Mrs. Peter. Charm,
we're advocating for him. Give him some good. Even if we tell him,
we never planned this, but
even as a motivational thing,
Take one for the team.
Yeah.
Wow! Wow.
The rest of the team can't get any good. So he who can should.
Yeah.
I mean.
Next question.
And then he'll boast about the good to us, you know.
Yeah.
No, keep your wife good conversation.
All right, that's right.
Right.
Yeah,
And that's
but
another
I'm not gonna, boast power in
I did
terms of
already,
not
but-
get none.
Yeah.
No, me never rub it in like that. I'm not going to be.
He be
so
rubbing it in.
condescending.
He be rubbing it in.
I like the matter
Feel
He
it.
be
really.
rubbing
Feel
it
it. Yeah,
in.
make everybody.
If you know
yeah,
Philip,
you
you
want to
know
know
it's
so we
rub
not
it
get
in.
no good.
Yeah.
He's telling
Yeah.
us.
Bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Next question, cause I remind us, spread.
Right. You want to ask? Go ahead.
I think the next question would definitely be I remember I've always been curious about this part in terms of the spirituality. How is the spiritual aspect of the relationship in terms of, you know, sometimes girls are like, you know, well, especially the Proverbs 31 type of women, them, you know, are always like, yo, want a man who can pray, want a, you know, a Boaz type of guy.
Fire!
Yo, that's kind of a triple meaning.
Yeah.
But the word in the Bible, so
word
you
in
can't
the Bible
not
is
If
know.
you're Jamaican, then you know what I'm talking about.
B-O-A-Z.
Yeah, but they can't get her from the. They can't get her from.
B-O-A-Z.
What that spell? Boaz. No, Boaz it spell people?
B-O-A-Z is someone in
Boaz.
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 Not Boaz.
Boy, then after that, you talk about prayer.
Yeah.
But not leave you totally, bro. God. My God,
answer the
bro.
question.
Let me see if we can answer the question seriously. It is still in the formative stage.
Yes.
Let me put down this because, yeah. So it's still in the formative stage.
Mm-hmm.
So I can't really say there is a established pattern just yet.
Yeah.
But we are actively seeking God's direction in terms of what move to make next.
Yeah.
Because part of us even getting married was out of obedience, because at the time, well, for most of this year I didn't have a big portion of this year I didn't have a job.
Yeah.
So when I was trying to look at it from a what do I call it, a logical point of view, it
Yeah.
never made no sense. But our obedience has brought us this far. I'm not broke, so we are trying to use that to move forward. Oh, I know I forget to say something.
Yeah.
That since you don't say me a flex, we might as well continue.
What is he put? Hey.
So, are you having a hater, bro?
Put that down, sir.
Alright, next question.
Right.
That's
Peter
the
is
line.
showing us that he's no longer, you know, obligated to walk.
Right.
You know, he
You
can
know,
now.
They say him get wife and
You know?
get just a move the trajectory.
Yeah.
You know?
The man get one license, him say that wasn't enough, let me
Yeah,
get further
get
out.
another one.
You know, license to do whatever, good type of thing, but now him say, you know what?
Take another license.
Vroom vroom.
Drive her crazy and drive
Vroom.
her
Hey,
where
hey,
she wants
hey.
to go.
Hey.
Bop,
Sorry.
bop.
Hey,
Next question.
So the next question
before the film run out.
right is around the same spirituality thing. I'm sure before you guys went into the marriage, there was already a place where you guys would worship together and had an agreement of how worship would go, who would lead, when, who would lead, and how that works out. Is that so, or just, you know, let's see where this goes?
To be honest, it's not that structured. It's not that structured, but that's what we would be actively working on now, because
The War Room.
bro, alright. Me know that's a movie, and I know what you refer to, so let me focus on that, what you are referring to.
Yes.
That is something that would be actively building now, because we wouldn't have been in the same
space.
shared space.
Yeah.
So we would have prayed together, fasted together in different instances, but in the same space, it's different. And then because of the moving nature of her job, it's a case that I can't. I just said this to myself, so I can watch it back. I can't necessarily wait for stability to kind of start building it. I just have to use any opportunity that I get, so it can become a habit.
Makes sense.
I heard you mention shared space, and I know we spoke about picking up the slack. But how it is living with someone in your face every single day, with a different personality, different likes. How do you make it work?
Thank God for double shift. That's one. 2,
you get yourself in trouble now. We're not going to save you.
so, but, no,
May
but
Jesus be there with you.
I am sure that the double shift has will serve her a purpose as well.
Yeah, that's true. Knowing the trouble
I think being in her immediate space, for me, I haven't gotten into the hangover phase yet. I don't think so. The only time I would feel adverse to being in her space is like if we upset over something. Hold on now. The bypass. Only when we upset over something. But otherwise, I don't have a problem being in her space all the time. So I'm affectionate like that. She necessarily isn't. So that is probably a better question to ask her.
Alright, so have you guys been upset as it?
Oh, petty, what do you mean?
You're both petty?
So
petty?
You know, that's how the union came together.
Oh.
Through pettiness.
Through pettiness.
And pettiness kept it together.
Pettiness was that glue.
Yeah, it's this glue that keeps.
So how do you guys deal with it? Because you say it's probably would be harder when you guys are upset at each other to be in the same space. How do you guys deal with that?
How?
Yeah.
Once again, small sample size, so it's hard to say objectively.
Hasn't been that long, so.
Yeah, but apparently, put it this way, the way it has been done so far hasn't been good enough. So that's being worked on as we speak. But the agreement is that regardless of how we feel towards each other, our responsibilities to each other remain the same. So isolating yourself, yes, you can take a break, kind of cool down, but you can't isolate yourself for extended periods of time.
Okay. Sounds good.
And the thing too is that I believe, because hindsight is 2020. I think the type of space that we are in now kind of forces us to be able to deal with stuff. As against where if you're in a bigger house, you can always go to your room, or like me reuse the bathroom, but the bathroom they're right there, so, and she not hesitate for just walking. So you kind of just diminish.
Just walk in and say, I'm your wife now. What are you hiding?
Can't escape from it. So do you guys, you know how people always say, oh, I don't want us to go to bed angry at each other.
Yeah.
You just do that every day, bro. Not every day, but
as in you've gone to bed angry.
Yeah, but when we say petty, what do you think petty mean?
Yeah, I mean,
petty is not, listen, and this is just a disclaimer. Having an interest in spiritual things or spirituality does not necessarily equate to having good character.
Wait, go again with that?
Having an interest in spiritual things or an interest in God, loving God, does not necessarily equate to having a good character. So, whereas for her, she really doesn't want to do that.
Yeah.
And she really has been stressing on that from ever since, really.
As in, don't want to go to bed.
Yeah, go to bed upset. Yeah. I'm the type to hold a grudge. And sometimes I'm so enthralled in holding a grudge, I don't even remember what it's about.
AKA
what
the
it's
most
about being
petty
consistent.
Yeah. AKA the most petty one.
Yes.
That's what he's basically
whoa. Slow down.
I think he has gotten the award.
Whatever.
I used to now let go. I have cartel son, now let go.
Well, I mean, we love the honesty. And that's the truth though. Sometimes we have this perception in our heads that this is what marriage is going to be. And I think after marriage we actually get the true definition of what marriage is. I for one have certain perceptions or ideas in my head already as to what marriage will be. As what Peter explained, and that's why I don't want to enter marriage with just the vague type of thing. On the surface, some persons want to be a fairy tale and think say everything will be nice and
I think you need to
be
dispel some of the myths that goes along with the wedding for one, and then with the marriage itself.
Precisely.
Because people think that wedding should be grand and have all these people to be memorable.
Alright, so COVID has been a blessing in that regard. So our wedding had about 20, I think officially it's 23 people.
Yeah. In the physical aspect.
Physically there.
Yeah.
So what we did is that to kind of augment that, we did a live stream.
Yeah.
A private live stream that you will not see, so don't ask for it.
Private.
That's right. That was a private street.
I saw it. I was there.
Yes, they
Private.
they were able to see the live.
VIP.
If
So
I never see, just zip.
and the smallness or the lack of size didn't really affect the quality of the wedding. Matter of fact, it kind of made things a little bit easier because the less people you have, the less moving parts you have, and the less moving parts you have, the less stress you will have.
Tell you the truth.
A fact that. Because what generally happens is that whatever can go wrong will go wrong. Take it from that mindset. So if what can go wrong will go wrong. Imagine having a sample size of 15 and something go wrong with all 15 people. Multiply that by 4. 60 people. So you see how it can escalate. And the thing is that because it was small, it was intimate, and I wasn't disappointed.
There's something that you've always said is that you're not coming out of your wedding being broke.
Yeah, I didn't. That was nice too because inside joke, at this point in time I haven't been paid yet. And at the time I was like,
It's me looking at the ministry.
Run money.
Run the man.
Run money.
So what happened at the time I was like, alright, I was expecting that this money would be able to take care of so and so. And then I said, alright, cool. We just work with it. We made some people they come in and support. Our family really supported me in that regard. And at the end of it, Saturday at about 4 when we finished taking pictures and everything, and we went to the first hotel.
First hotel?
Yeah,
First hotel.
bro. Alright, that was an indirect flex.
Should mean that there is more than one.
You got 2 hotels?
We got.
You would assume say 2. Me not assume say 2. Me assume say more than 2.
Ask.
Man said the first hotel.
Yeah, it's 2. It was just 2. That was just an indirect flex.
You see the flexing? Yeah, my flex.
So
Big boy
by 4 o'clock, I think, when we were able to check the gifts and everything, never owe nobody anything.
Precisely.
Never owe anybody anything.
And I mean that would, you know.
I'll tell you off camera
Yeah.
what the total cost was, because when my wife told me, I really couldn't believe, because I haven't seen that amount of money in my hand yet.
What about the fact that since you're talking about wife,
I didn't hear them price thing.
Isn't it the wife's father who's supposed to be responsible for the wedding?
True.
Others Jamaica doesn't hold.
True. Jamaica doesn't support them.
That tradition that's from a longer time. We don't have an economy to
economy, or we don't have the father.
That minister gonna say for economy, we don't have the fathers.
The economy, we're not gonna do that because
well, not as regards to hers.
No, we're not talking
in general.
In general. I mean, in general.
No, but look, well,
a whole heap of
fathers and the economy, because
yeah,
the fathers are missing, yes, and the economic part is that they're more willing to spend on them browning. So
yeah,
it is what it is.
And if there's no browning, then them have them nice vehicle, them where they fix the tire pan.
Yeah. And then they stay there cry for black woman.
Yeah,
you know what it is.
You know, so I mean, so can I ask a last question? What's the last question? What do you think about the last question?
Alright, so the last question is going to go to it's going to talk about the good.
Jesus.
And in a sense where
I was looking to put a B to it, but since he mentioned good, let me just leave it at his A question.
In the sense where it was never done before, and you never kissed. You kissed on the honeymoon, or you kissed
couple days
before for the first time, couple days before the wedding.
Yeah.
Was it nerve-wracking that when you got to the first or second hotel, you know which one you know do the good at?
The first time?
Yeah.
Alright. I can't. Obviously, I can't go in details, but I'll give you this joke.
Renard want details. Renard
No,
actually
no,
the
no,
GPS.
No, man, him never
GPS
say him
location, Renard.
I want to know the mind frame of
Alright,
when it was happening.
here we go. See?
Renard must be
When I was, if you remember on the live
Nigga, I'm
stream.
scared.
Renard scared already.
No, the thing is, I'm going to tell you the joke, is that the days leading up to it, I was very anxious about it. Because I was like, me not even remember how that sickness supposed to go, brother. You see me? Because that's so long. You see me?
You can imagine someone who never got there before.
Imagine all the things that can go wrong.
And that,
And then,
like,
and
you
all
plan
of that.
all of this, and then boom, nothing will work out. Because anything that can go
Because,
wrong will go wrong.
so, because I have had instances where my friends, because I'll be a married friend I have now. Yeah, you calm down. That means you're not going to get married eventually. Calm down, though. You said, no, stay so. Man, I'm dramatic. Focus, people, focus.
Must have be a married friend now.
Yeah, Javan, you get married soon.
Apparently, we don't see it, but
Good.
Going at you.
You don't need to see it.
that's true. We don't need to
So,
see
when when we're at the reception, I tell the people, I say, oh, you know what? I go. When I leave here, so, I know nobody call me. For like the week. That's a one. Two, me just a go. Right now, me just a go to my bed. That did not happen. I go at the first place. Me pray, say, alright, I go sleep. I plan to sleep. God knows how that my plan to do.
But you forget to never you alone there.
And not that, yeah, the thing, when I do the recap, apparently she didn't plan to do it either. But when she come out, I was like,
Sleep can't go on.
Hey,
What kind of sleep? With you looking like that? Come here, the tickers. Tickers. Come here. Sleep where?
oh, like,
Lay down side of me right yesterday.
no, because I
Sleep shall not happen.
when I saw what she came out and I was like, alright. So that Q means, alright, no sleeping now going to
Hold up.
Lazarus
apparently,
lived.
apparently, I didn't know that it was just the gown that you wore for the wedding. Because like,
Wake up,
there were
Lazarus.
photos,
Wake up, Lazarus.
there were
Lazarus, wake
photos.
up.
There were photos that they took in the morning, and she was in the same gown. But
Hey,
me don't
hey.
know, brother. Me don't know.
He said the go on the
Me
show.
see the gown and me say, alright, whoop.
And Lazarus, wake up.
I
Lazarus, wake up.
I totally forgot about it.
Wake up, Lazarus.
Listen, Lord, if it is your will.
Yeah, it was his will.
Yes, man.
And it was my will to follow his will.
Yes,
They say
man.
interview chambers.
Yeah.
Yes, man.
And like apart from obvious hiccups where you gonna have in that type of transition there, it was actually like pretty smooth.
Lazarus.
And I was like, okay.
Miracles the Lord has done.
It's like I don't think the gravity of it has really hit me yet. But that's why compatibility and chemistry is such an important thing, because it never feel
That's
like
true.
It's
it was forced or
That's true.
me have to beg her for little piece. Give me a little love, no? Or something.
squeeze some.
It was like, yo.
And yo.
Yeah.
It
happened.
There was like,
And Lazarus
because
has come from the dead.
Yes,
I guess
for the
she-
Lazarus, something
she-
like that.
Lazarus-
maybe she can't tell you, but I don't remember even having a conversation. God knows.
Miracles.
So
You know, if you ask God, no, God know the for your heart and no
So-
for your mind.
does this speak to the importance of and the reason why God wanted both persons to have it for the first time during that time?
Yeah, because one of the things is that within marriage, because it is the sanctified structure, you don't have to worry about nobody about seeing pan you and kill yourself over this year do. You have your own big somebody say you have your own time. There's less anxiety really now when you think about it, because it's on your time.
Yeah.
This is how God wants it. And then because you have already built up the relationship, you already have that yearning for the person.
Mm-hmm.
You don't need nothing to start, so to speak.
And I care if the neighbor them here. Just do your thing.
Right. And then hiccups would be expected because neither of you have done
Push ring,
it.
wing,
Yeah.
wing.
Whoa. When we said before, we mean no time. We have. Oh, wait. Let me fix that.
We don't have that.
We haven't had sex together
Yeah.
prior. Yeah.
With them, no.
Yeah,
Them know.
No,
Them know, so I
I
have to make
never
it
want, I
never
never want to make it,
Yeah,
you know?
yeah, because I don't want them to get twisted for the new viewers. But you know that has brought us to the ending of our program for today. You know we've questioned the married man. You know he's now in our midst, and we feel more empowered to take on this journey. This is why Renard has been asking these personal questions because he wants to prepare his mind.
I asked him
Focus.
I asked him for the viewers.
Yeah, you know, say all them on them do a fine camera time for throw shade.
I asked
End the episode, brother.
I asked for the viewers.
Jesus, please, bro. Yeah, and then you defend yourself like
For
it
the-
makes no
Exactly.
sense.
You the viewers, we don't want to know what it's like to be in, for those who aren't
See.
married as yet.
Yeah,
We want to know the inner workings from a married man, a freshly married man.
Alright, yeah,
So-
let it go.
yeah. This
In
is
one
where
word.
we'll end it.
So this has been another episode of
2.5
and a half.
stooges.
Stooges.
2.5 stooges.
Wow, that's
Yeah.
crazy.
Wait, this not work.